Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. One of Gurudev's teachings is adapt and adjust. In this vast literature, in this vast philosophy, in this vast culture, in this vast tradition and practice known as yoga, the scriptures, hundreds of thousands of verses, hundreds of thousands of pages and verses. How would anybody make sense of such a tradition and such a practice? That is what Satsang does for you. It takes all of it and gives it to you in the most digestible, absorbable way. Because the way I deliver the Satsang, or the person who delivers the Satsang, is giving you with the emotion involved, the practical realities involved, the spiritual truths involved. The mind on different layers and different levels gets to take in, who am I? Central question of all spiritual practices, who am I? Second question, what is my purpose? Third question, what is my goal? And then these are your three biggest questions and most profound questions and most essential questions you would ever ask yourself in life. Satsang gathers the answers from Sanatan Dharma, from yoga, from spirituality, and really outside spirituality as well. Satsang brings in modern science, brings in modern technology to use as analogies, brings in easily understood things, and gives you the answers to those three life's most profound questions. And each satsang is different. Each satsang will take one scripture, one verse of one scripture, say Bhagavad Gita, say Yoga Vashishtha, say Ramayana, say Mahabharata, say Viveka Chamu, any Aparokshanabhuti, any scripture, and you just take one shlok, one little line, and the whole satsang, 50 minutes, is given based on this one scripture. That is how much potency and power that these teachings, shrutis, spiritual, authoritative texts hold. And so, yoga tells you can have whatever you want. Yoga tells you can have whatever you want. Now the question is, what do I want? And that is not such an easy question to answer. Not such an easy question. What do I want? So then yoga says, okay, start with, what do people naturally go toward? And people naturally go toward pleasure, desire, enjoyment. Whether that's simple pleasures of the physical body, eating a cookie, or more complicated pleasures of the physical body, the mind, etc. Pleasure, desire. Human beings first go seek. See, why have all the pure spiritual practices existed? Why have all the religions existed? Because we want to be free of suffering. Nobody wants to suffer. Just check in with yourself. Ask yourself, do I want to suffer? No living being which wishes to suffer. That is what Sat means. Satsang, Sat, existence with a capital E. Every living being wants to exist. We want to remove suffering. We want to overcome suffering and have happiness. Happiness which does not go away. Happiness, we want the real happiness. We want to be happy. We want to be satisfied in life. We want to be fulfilled. We want to end suffering. What do human beings do to do this, to accomplish this task? Pleasure, desire, enjoyment. Good thing there's more than that. Next, human beings look for wealth, fame, status, success. The first is called Kama. Kama. Kama means desire. This is one of the 4 goals of human life. The second, wealth, fame, name and fame, status, success. Artha. Artha. Second, another one of life's purposes. So, people go after wealth and status and success in the world. And there is still more to this. People still also want to do good things. They look for happiness. See, we're all searching for the lasting happiness, the overcoming of suffering. And we go to following our desires for pleasure. So that's Kama. Then we seek name, fame, social status, wealth, success in the world. That's Artha. And there is still another goal of life, and that's Dharma. Dharma, to do good to others, to be moral, to be ethical. And this is a third way that we seek and search for happiness, real lasting satisfaction, by doing good to others, by doing good deeds. Dharma, ethical, moral, doing good to others. Artha, wealth, success. Kama, desire, pleasure. You see, about pleasure, I remembered I was in an ice cream shop one time. And in this ice cream shop, it was in Alaska. In this ice cream shop, they had the cups for your ice cream. They had 3 sizes of the cups. I like it. I love it. I gotta have it. And I'm looking and I said, how profound. This is how desire works. This is exactly how pleasure works. I like it. Smallest cup. I do something, I get pleasure from it. That pleasure that I get from it, I will chase again and again and again. Is it not true? Isn't it? I chase again and again and again. It may not be the exact same thing, but it is something similar of the same type of desire and pleasure. I seek it again and again and again and again. Isn't it? And the what the object is of the pleasure, of the desire, when I attain it, it's not enough. I need more of it the next time I do it. I love it. From first, I like it. Not enough now. Next time I go for it, I love it. Bigger size. Every time the cup size gets bigger. Finally, this is how pleasure works. I gotta have it. So, desire functions like this. We keep craving. We keep searching and longing to satisfy our desire to be fulfilled, to satisfy our desire to overcome our suffering. That is the real purpose, but we search for it in the wrong place. And therefore, can any one of us here say that I am truly lasting satisfied? I have found the happiness after which there is no going back. Can anybody say? Kama, desire, pleasure. Ice cream shop. Remember, I like it, I love it, I gotta have it. I said, wow, how profound. Okay, ice cream shop has got life figured out, at least Kama figured out. How human beings function, how desire functions in the human being. And then, good thing that's, not all that there is, because we have name, fame, and social status, wealth, success, money. I want to live in a nice house and drive a nice car and enjoy all the nice things. John Lennon lived in New York City. And when someone asked him, why do you live in New York? He said, because New York is verily the Rome of our time. New York is verily the Rome of... If I lived in the Roman times, I would live in Rome. Rome was the capital of the world back then. Now he says, I am living now, New York is the capital of the world. I live in the Rome of our modern times. In this powerful place that's all about being driven and successful and accomplishing a lot in the material sense, in the success, in the wealth, in the prosperity. The people who have reached the highest of this stage have killed themselves. And just recently, you can just look at all the celebrities such as, you guys knew, I didn't know who they were before the news came up. Kate Spade killed herself. This is someone who had everything that we thought we would give us happiness. She had wealth, she had success, she had relationships, she had name, fame, social status, she had everything. She had anything she wanted to get from life and killed herself. Anthony Bourdain, best chef in the world, most well-known chef in the world, killed himself. When this happened, Time magazine wrote a piece on it. I don't know if anybody read it. Time magazine wrote a piece on it and said, isn't this interesting that the people we thought were at the top of the world, at the top of our society, top of wealth and fame and desire and life satisfaction and relationships and everything you have, they killed them. Isn't this interesting? That it's not enough. Dharma, Artha, Kama are not enough to fully satisfy us, to give us the lasting happiness which we all truly desire. So, there's a solution. Vedanta has put the problem forth, and Vedanta gives you the solution. And what is the proof that there is even a solution, or that the solution works? It is in the lives of those we call enlightened. It is in those who we call spiritually enlightened. The Jesuses, the Mohammeds, the Moseses, the Buddhas, the Krishnas, the Ramas, the Jyotir Mayanandas. The proof of attaining the happiness and satisfaction after which there is no going back. The proof is in the lives of those we call enlightened, truly spiritually enlightened. What do they find? They find moksha. Topic today is satsang, karma and moksha. They find moksha. Moksha literally means freedom. Freedom from what? Freedom from karma. Freedom from the bondage of karma. There's only one class of people in the entire world who have ever lived. In all the traditions, those are the wisdom keepers, those are the torch bearers, those are the ones we call spiritually enlightened, the masters. And they have many names for the goal. They have many names for the attainment after which there is nothing to attain. The knowledge after which there is nothing to know. And the name in India is moksha. I have attained moksha, freedom. And so why do you mean freedom? Freedom from karma. So, understanding of karma. Karma is very simple. Karma is basically causality. Very simple, karma, causality. First law of karma, law of causation. When there is a cause, there is an effect. And when there is an effect, there was a cause. Period. Law of causation. Number one law of karma. Second law, law of compensation. Law of compensation. Do good, good comes. Do bad, bad comes. Period. Law of compensation. Third law, law of retribution. I do bad, I get bad. I do good, I get good. Period. Nobody else is responsible for your circumstances in life but you. Law of retribution. 3 laws of karma. Now when someone says karma, in your head, you know these 3 laws are in effect. How does karma get fashioned? How is karma formed? Desire. Desire is the first cord. We're going to make a rope of karma, a chain. Swami Vivekananda. Swami Vivekananda was the first Swami, Swami Jyotir. Swami Vivekananda, out of the Ramakrishna mission, West Bengal, Advaita Vedanta stronghold in eastern India, in Calcutta, near Calcutta. Swami Vivekananda said about karma, described karma, good, good, bad, bad, and none shall escape this law. But who shall ever wear a form wears the chain too. The form is the body, the chain is the law of karma. So we're fashioning karma, and the first cord that makes the rope of karma is desire, kama. Also called Icha Shakti. You may have heard Icha Shakti. Next, I have a desire. I think about how to get that desire. I think about how to attain that desire. Jnana Shakti. Thinking is the second way that karma is fashioned. Desiring, then how do I get the desire? Think about it. This is how karma is fashioned. Jnana Shakti. And the third way karma is fashioned is Kriya Shakti. Actions. After I've had the desire, after I think about how to get it, I now work and exert to attain the desire. Action. Kriya Shakti. These three Shaktis, these three energies, make karma. And then how does karma manifest? How does karma produce this? Sanchita karma. Sanchita karma. Sanchita. A storehouse of karma. Big shed in the back of your house. Big shed full of karma. Door is closed. Open the shed. You take some food from the shed. It's a big storehouse of grains. Big storehouse of grains in your shed. And you take some of those grains, close the door. Prarabdha karma. You have grown now the fruit from those the plants, the grains. You've grown the rice or whatever you're growing from the grains. That is the prarabdha karma. Why is it the fruit that's already grown? Because we are here. Prarabdha karma is the karma that is fructifying now. Prarabdha karma is the karma that is responsible for Anthony being like Anthony. Sanatan Shishya being like Sanatan Shishya. Why is my grandfather's nose on my face? Because of prarabdha karma. First one, you took from Sanchita. You took the storehouse. You took the grains from the storehouse and made prarabdha karma. So that is, Sanchita is past karma, all past karma. All of your past karma from all of your lives. Of the human birth, the animal birth, the plant birth, the mineral birth. All of those past lives are in your Sanchita karma. Only a portion of that Sanchita karma fructifies in this life, body. And before you take the next grains out from the storehouse is agami karma. Before you do the action that you're about to do right now, to go to the grain house, to take your selection of seeds. Yogis are very selective of the seeds that they plant in the soil. Select your seeds carefully. Select your desires and your thoughts and your actions carefully. Those are the seeds you have put in the soil, and you grow the fruits that you actually want to eat. That fruit growing process that we all are doing right now by attending satsang is agami karma, and that is the liberation of your soul. If you do selfless action, if you are doing spiritual work, spiritual practice, attending satsang, it burns karma. In the scriptures, the exact way is, how do I then attain liberation if I am constantly getting to body after body because of my sanchita and prarabdha karma keeps fructifying? I have vast amounts of past karma from millions and upon millions of birth that is coming and fructifying right now. How then will I stop this process of being born in the body which grows, decays, and dies, which is prone to suffering, disease, and death? Where is the immortality? By performing actions without selfless interest, there is no karma involved. And the knowledge that is passed in satsanga, or the knowledge that is passed in the scriptures of yoga and in the commentaries that are written by the sages and the masters of yoga, in the acquiring of that knowledge, which is not ordinary intellectual worldly knowledge, it is spiritual knowledge, acquiring of that knowledge burns, fire, sets fire to all your past karma. That is what the scriptures tell us happens when you attain enlightenment. All of your past karma is burned in the fire of knowledge. This is how it is said in the scriptures. Burned in the fire of knowledge. Pretty cool, I know, right? So attending satsang gives you the wisdom, the understanding to then change your desires, your thoughts, and your actions to be selfless and without bondage, without the rope, without the chain. Freedom, moksha. This is the topic. Karma and moksha. Moksha is why we are here. Moksha is our true purpose in life. Moksha, you will see, is your true goal. That's karma. Now, see how the masters, see how the rishis bring it all together. See how they draw it all together. Dharma, goodness, ethical value of life. Dharma, doing good to others, morality. Dharma leads to punya, and punya leads to sukha. Dharma, doing good, good actions, done with morality, ethical, leads to punya, which is merit, and punya leads to sukha, which is satisfaction, pleasure, happiness. Sukha means ease. Sukha means ease. So you have ease, you have satisfaction, you have pleasure, you have happiness. Sukh. Su is there. Su, Jal, Sudarshan. Su means pure or good. You have ease. Dharma leads to punya, punya leads to sukha. Good actions done with conscious awareness of the outcomes gives merit, and that merit gives us happiness. Adharma, not dharma. Opposite of dharma, wrong actions done with wrong intent leads to papa, demerit. Papa leads to dukkha, suffering, pain, non-enjoyment. Dharma leads to punya, punya leads to sukha. Adharma leads to papa, papa leads to dukkha, suffering. Buddha famously said, Dukkham, dukkham, sarvam dukkham. Sorrow, sorrow, all is sorrow. Suffering, suffering, all is suffering. What does he mean? Anityam, anityam, sarvam anityam. Changing, changing, verily all is changing. Sarva means changing. Sarva means all. Sarva means all. So, anityam, anityam, sarvam anityam. Impermanent, impermanent. Verily all is impermanent. Therefore, dukkham, dukkham, sarvam dukkham. Sorrow, sorrow, all is sorrow. Not only impermanent, not only changing, momentary. Not that, see, the nature is that if you had one change, if there was everything was here and that we had to all prepare for one change in the world, and then we were going to be enlightened after that change, and if you got it right, you were enlightened. If you got it wrong, you come back. If it was just one change, anityam, finishes at anityam, you take care of it. But not just changeless, not just changing, not just impermanent, but momentary, 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 transient, transient. Things are changing constantly. The body is changing. Takes about 75 to 90 years if you live your full life. Mind is constantly changing. Therefore, shanikam, shanikam, sarvam shanikam. Momentary, momentary, all is momentary. And not just momentary. Empty. Empty. Shunyam, shunyam, sarvam shunyam. Empty, empty, verily all is empty. All the objects, all the pleasures, all the desires, all the name and fame, they all disappear, they all vanish, they all return to dust. Like the waves come and go, that wave, so the body came, the personality came, and you get a new body, new person. Shunyam, shunyam, sarvam shunyam. Empty, empty, verily all is empty. Therefore, dukkam, dukkam, sarvam dukkam. Sorrow, sorrow, all this. Happy chap the Buddha was, really. Happy chap the Buddha. He was positive, upful, very positive spirit, his Buddha. Alright. So, Buddhism, serious religion. Why is it serious? Because you have to accept that fact right away before you practice Buddhism. The first thing. Dukkam, dukkam, sarvam dukkam, then you practice Buddhism. Alright. Now, this moksha, various religions have moksha in them, and the different gods have their different heavens. So moksha has two classes here. Kindergarten class and advanced level. Kindergarten class and postdoctorate moksha. Kindergarten level first. Kindergarten class of how we attain moksha. Let's go into this moksha, freedom. Freedom from what? Freedom from karma. Freedom from the cycle of birth and death known as samsara. Suffering, cycle of suffering. Dukkam, dukkam, sarvam dukkam. Why are we all here? Let's go back to the very beginning. Why did we all come here? For removing of our sorrow. Why do we do anything in the world? To overcome suffering, to have satisfaction, to have happiness, lasting happiness. Vedanta loves, see, as you already now know, karma is not just karma. Now karma you know as 3 laws of karma, 3 chords of karma, 3 ways karma is fashioned, or the 3 seeds of karma if you'd like to think of the 3 seeds of karma, and the 3 types of karma, the 3 ways that karma is manifested. 3, 3, 3. Vedanta loves classification. Vedanta has 10 types of this, and 8 types of that, and 6 types of this, and 4 types of this. Vedanta loves classification. And it classifies all of us. All of us are in the same boat. In the boat that goes from the shore of limitation to the sea of eternity. All of us are in the same boat. 4 types of people. The first is called pamara, which is an instinctive person. This person, the goal in life is make a lot of money, spend it on parties. Make a lot of money, go blow it away in parties. Whatever you want to blow your money on, entertainment. That's the goal in life. To make a lot of money and to go and blow it. That's the pamara. Literally, it's like a derogatory term in India for someone who's instinctive. Animal-like. Pamara. Religion, satsang, yoga, not for this kind of person. Then, how do they evolve? How do they learn? How do they grow? How does their soul mature? Through suffering. The only teacher for the pamara is suffering. Karma, the law of karma is the only teacher for the pamara. They go through birth and death over and over to learn the lesson. Second type of person is the Vishayi. The Vishayi is the worldly person. The worldly person, not in a bad sense, not in a negative sense. A worldly person means a righteous, an ethical, a moral, a just person. A person who lives in the world and seeks dharma, artha, and kama. Seeks doing good to others, morality, ethics. Looks for happiness, pleasure, desire, a fulfillment of desire, and wealth, success, vishayi. The third class, the third type of person is the sadhaka. The sadhaka. The sadhaka. The sadhaka. The sadhaka is the spiritual seeker. The sadhaka is the spiritual seeker. This person, which all of us, sadhakas, all of us, this person, this seeker, spiritual seeker, no longer is dharma, artha, kama the primary goal in life. You said, so now the spiritual seeker stops doing good to others? No. Dharma, morality, ethics has to be the foundation of any spiritual life. Has to be the foundation there. Basis of any spiritual life, of any spiritual development is dharma. But this person no longer seeks primarily dharma, artha, kama. They seek moksha. The fourth goal in life. Liberation, freedom. Freedom from suffering, freedom from bondage, freedom from karma. And there is a fourth, there is one above that. And that is a siddha. The siddha is the perfected one. The siddha, the enlightened. The siddha, the guru. The true guru. This siddha, what are they seeking? They don't seek dharma, they don't seek artha, they don't seek kama, and they don't seek moksha because they already got it. They are perfected, they are enlightened. They no longer have to seek moksha because they have attained it. They've got it. Most of us, all of us, sadhakas, unless there is one of you around here who's enlightened and keeping it a secret. It's pretty hard to keep enlightenment a secret. Hence, masters wrote countless books, all on the most profound topic there is, self-knowledge, spiritual illumination, light, moksha. How do we get it? What is moksha? How do we attain it? I have about 16 minutes here to survey thousands, 10,000 years of literature, culture, practice, tradition, which it is all about moksha. It is all about moksha and how to get it. And we start now. Okay. First is when you first start to become aware of there being an infinite existence. When you realize there is a God, whatever you want to call the God according to your concept, understanding, and faith, there is an infinite existence. There is a power who is watching over the salamander in the dark cave, watching over the human beings in Miami Beach, and making sure the hair on my head grows. Who is the one who is keeping all the galaxies, all the planets, and all the hair on your head? Who is that? That is your God, your Brahman, your absolute. Whatever you call that universal, absolute power. When you realize the existence of it, when you sense there is something beyond this, dukkam, anityam, shanikam, and shunyam, we love it. We try to merge with it. We practice bhakti. We practice love. We love this God. We want to live in union with this God. We want to serve and please this God. This is the way of bhakti in yoga. There are 4 yogas. The first is bhakti yoga, the yoga of devotion. You turn your emotion into devotion. See, why is it that Artha, Kama, and Dharma, why is it that Dharma, Artha, Kama don't satisfy us? Why do we not get lasting happiness from Dharma, Artha, Kama? Because in our essence, we are infinite. We are Sat. We are existence with a capital E. We are infinite in a essential, profound, spiritual sense. And only the infinite can satisfy the infinite. The finite objects we go for in Dharma, Artha, Kama, good activities, good actions, helping others, pleasure, desire, wealth, success, those not going to do it for you. Why? Because you are, in your essence, infinite. Your soul, Jiva, Atma, is infinite, and only the infinite can satisfy the infinite. That is the second level, advanced level. Kindergarten level, I seek the God and the heaven to do the actions according, so that in the eyes of my God, I will have heaven. And the heaven is named after different types of heavens. Different religions have their different heavens. Different gods live in different heavens, and they have different names, and the different activities that you're supposed to do in this life, living morally, ethically, sustainably in the world, and you get to go to the heaven and live with your God. Note, in the kindergarten level, God is not here. God is somewhere else. And note, God is not now. God is later on, and usually after death. And you worship the name and the form and the activity of this God, so you go to this heaven. And only until your merit lasts, then you come back down. Once you exhaust all of your merit, you come back to the world. The difference is, from the kindergarten to the advanced, instead of worshiping and going after the name and form and activity, you worship God, the absolute, the infinite, through all names, all forms, and all activities. This is profound spirituality. This is the highest level of bhakti yoga. Worshipping, loving God according to your own concept, understanding, and faith, but have that absolute, infinite represent all names, all forms, all activities. That is the way of bhakti, devotion. Next, Raja Yoga. Next way, how to attain mukti, how to attain moksha, liberation. First way, the ways, the methods, the means, the practices are called yogas. Anybody ever heard of yoga? The first way, bhakti yoga, yoga of devotion. Second way, Raja yoga, or dhyana yoga, or Patanjali yoga, or Ashtanga yoga, the yoga of meditation. The yoga of meditation. Meditation. Everybody knows it's good for them. Success hard to come by. Meditation. See, the Raja Yogi says, okay, love and faith and worship and praise of God, those, okay, that's good. But it's not the point. It is not the point of moksha. The point of moksha, the point of life, is not love of God, it's not worship, it's not faith, it's not bhakti, it's meditation. The problem is not that I don't have faith. The problem is not that I don't love God. As the bhakti yogi would say, the problem is you do not love God. The problem is you do not know the infinite, the absolute, that transcends all names and forms and activities. The problem is you do not love that God, so you love that God. That is Bhakti Yoga. Raja Yogis say that is not the problem. The problem is the distraction of the mind, the restlessness of the mind, the distraction, shakiness of the mind. So, the yoga of meditation. Raja Yoga is the yoga of meditation. The solution to the distraction of the mind is meditation. Focusing the mind, concentrating the mind, stilling the mind. The mind in Vedanta is like a lake. The lake must be lucid, pure, and still in order for you to see through the bottom of the lake to the depths of who you truly are. In order for you to see who you truly are, what is needed? Water must be lucid, pure, and still. Stillness of the mind, meditation. Mind must be clean. See, the water, two things are necessary. Water must be lucid. Three things are necessary. Water must be lucid. Must not be like a rock. Water cannot be. If you want to see through it, water has got to be lucid. Karma Yoga. Karma Yoga. Clean. Lucid. Make the actions adapt and adjust. Adapt and adjust. Take what the work is coming to you and do the work selflessly, spontaneously, naturally, effortlessly. The effort became effortlessness. That became Karma Yoga. Fluid, lucid. The water must be lucid. Second requirement to see who you truly are to the bottom of the lake, pure. Clean the mind. Chitta Shuddhi. Chitta Shuddhi. Cleanliness of the mind. Purifying the mind. Water must be clean. You can have water, and if it's dirty, cannot see through the bottom. Water must be lucid and clean, pure. Purifying the mind through Bhakti Yoga. Purifying your feeling. Water must be still. Must not have waves. Raja Yoga, meditation. Calming the mind. And when the mind is still and calm, you see straight through to the bottom of the lake. Meditation. Raja Yoga. And there's another, and the last, and not technically the last, but the third, the path of knowledge. Jnana Yoga. Jnana Yoga, the central practice of Jnana Yoga is Satsang. Satsang is the central practice of Jnana Yoga, the yoga of knowledge, the path of knowledge. Jnana Yogi says, problem is not I do not love God. Problem is not distraction and restlessness of the mind. The problem is I do not know who I am. I do not know the infinite. And if the problem is ignorance, the only solution to ignorance is knowledge. Jnana Yoga is the yoga of knowledge. And Jnana Yoga has news for you. You don't need to seek moksha. You've already got it. You don't need to seek enlightenment. You've already attained it. There's no question of getting moksha because I've already got it. Na dharmo, na artha, na kama, na moksha. Chidananda rupa shivoham shivoham. Shankaracharya's most beautiful hymn he comprised 1500 years ago means na dharma, no morality, not seeking morality, not seeking that ethics, that gives me artha, na artha, not seeking the wealth and the success in the world, na kama, not seeking the desire and the pleasures, na moksha, not even seeking spiritual illumination, not even seeking enlightenment, because Chidananda Rupa Shivoham Shivoham. I am the nature of pure consciousness, existence, bliss. I am Shiva. I am the nature of Shiva. Shivoham Shivoham. You are already free. The whole of spirituality, the whole of satsanga, the whole of yoga practice, the whole of religion, it is there to help you see and understand and know and realize you already are free. Na dharma, na kama, na artha, na moksha. Chidananda rupa shivoham shivoham. I am existence, consciousness, bliss. I am the nature of Shiva. In the path of knowledge, you get what you have already gotten. If you can get moksha, it can be taken away. In Vedanta, Vedanta says, if something starts, it must end. If something has a beginning, it must have an end. If your freedom, if your moksha, you get it now, it will go away. We're not seeking the consciousness. I am conscious of my thoughts now. That is the consciousness. Now, I am not meditating. I am not seeking. The consciousness that has started because I meditated and I focused and I concentrated, and the consciousness that ended because I stopped meditating is not Satchit Ananda, is not who you are, is not the moksha. The moksha, the freedom, the liberation that you already are is right now. And it is not somewhere else, it is right here. Not later, now. Not there, here. That is what Jnana Yoga teaches. That is what Vedanta teaches. That is what yoga teaches. The path of knowledge. There is a funny story, and this will summarize it all very, very easily. See, yoga and spiritual preceptors and teachers and gurus and masters, they use very easy and simple analogies for us to understand profound topics as karma and moksha. There's a poor farmer. And the poor farmer decides that he's going to become now a washerman, a clothes washerman. And for those who came to India on our expeditions in the past, have given their clothes for washing, for laundry. And where did the clothes get washed from? Where did the clothes get washed? You remember? Here. The clothes, washerman goes and you give the clothes to the washerman. He goes to the river or to the lake, and he puts your water there. He puts it in the water. He does his thing. He scrubs it. He washes it. He beats it onto the rock and lays it out in the sun to dry, and then folds it up in the evening. Next day, he delivers it to you. This is how your clothes get washed in India. This washerman goes out to the river on his donkey and realizes when he gets to the river, oh, I have forgotten the rope with which I tie the donkey to the tree while I'm washing the clothes all day long. What am I going to do? When I go wash the clothes, my SUV goes away. Problem, big problem, right? Big problem. What am I going to do? He's seeking, Oh, it goes to the village. He goes in village, and there in the village finds a wise man. And the wise man says, oh, simple. Pretend like you're tying the donkey. Will that work? Yes, it will work. Pretend like you're tying the donkey. It'll work. So the poor washerman goes back to the river, comes to the donkey, with the donkey, pretends to tie the donkey to the tree, pretends to tie the donkey to the donkey's just standing there looking like what's happening there. Pretends to tie the donkey. The donkey doesn't move. Goes in, washes the clothes. Donkey doesn't move. Donkey stays still. As the washerman is washing the clothes all day long, looks at the donkey, donkey's not moving. Donkey's just flapping the ears and hanging out by the tree. After a whole day of washing, whole day, comes back to the donkey, to the tree, says, okay, let's go. Donkey doesn't move. He said, oh, what is this wise man got me in a big problem? I must go seek this wise man and get it. The donkey won't move. He goes back to the village. He says, oh, wise man, you've got me to such a big problem. The donkey won't move. He says, oh, it's simple. Pretend like you're untying the donkey. How do you say? Okay. So he goes back and pretends to untie the donkey, and sure enough, the donkey starts moving. And we may laugh, but this is what's happening to all of us. The whole scheme of spirituality, the whole scheme of religion, the whole practice of yoga, the whole path of, the whole project of moksha, the whole path of freedom, bondage to freedom is essentially tying and untying the donkey. You already are free. You are holding the rope. You are holding the chain. Let go of the rope. Let go of the chain. But we do not. We do not let go of the rope. We do not let go of the chain, and that is why this whole process of tying and untying the donkey will have to continue until we realize who I am. Way of, if I want to be engaged in life, involve karma yoga. If I want to be active and engaged in life, involve karma yoga. If I want to be happy, involve bhakti yoga. If I want to be peaceful, involve raja yoga. And if I want to know the truth right now, involve jnana yoga. And with this, we'll conclude. Trayambakam yajamahe sugandhim pushtivardhanam urvarukamiva bandhanam Mrityor Mokshiyamamritam Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhina Sarve Shantu Niramaya Sarve Bhadrani Shantu Ma Kaschit Gabag Bhave Asato Ma Sat Gamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotir Gamaya Mrityor Amritam Gamaya Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate Shanti Shanti Shanti